That could just be a guy who's like, that's mine! Fuck off! There he is!
What do you think about AI technology nowadays?
Here we go.
Yeah,
Here's the can of worms. There you go.
Attention! All things shared in this video are simply the opinions of the Unexplained Files. The following footage is not tampered with, and all of the events and reactions are unplanned and genuine.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Unexplained Files. Today we have another react for you. We're going to be taking a look at possibly the biggest and well-known cryptid of them all, the old Bigfoot himself. So let's jump into it. Narration by me, but with less hair.
Footage of the mythical Bigfoot / Sasquatch. Even if it turned out to be a hoax, we'll be looking at the best convincing evidence.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Number 10, Provo Bigfoot. In 2012, YouTuber Beard Card was camping with friends in Provo Canyon, Utah, when they spotted some deer. So as curious folk, they wanted to get a better look at the creatures. However, then they saw something else.
I can't see it.
As they got closer, they began to wonder if what they were seeing was actually a bear.
It's too close to it, huh? Not cool though. Just go.
Because initially you'd think bear, wouldn't you? But
Well,
then the
yeah.
way it stands up with it looks more like ape-like or like gorilla-like.
Bears do stand on their
Oh,
hind legs
yeah.
and they're huge, but it's just the way that it's so like there's a rounded head and shoulders, whereas bears, when they stand up, they don't. There's not really shoulders there. They're kind of like.
And I think for the most part they're on all fours unless they're trying to make themselves look bigger, or if they're trying to actually get at something.
I know when they fight sometimes.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Up against each
So
other,
I don't
but
know
then-
if they'd actually just from doing something on the floor, it'd just instantly stand up. I'd probably just walk off.
I mean,
but
if it smelt that those people were near it or heard them, could that be the case?
Possibly.
Because I know these guys are trying to be quiet, but obviously with bears, you're supposed to make as much noise as you
Yeah,
can. So
be
because if
loud.
they know where you are and they hear it, they're just like, "Oh, get away from that."
Yeah, they'd rather just stay clear.
It does look quite ape-like with the shoulders and the
Yeah.
head and that, but I don't know. I would be more closely believing that it's a bear or some sort.
it is.
Maybe not, but it could be.
Allegheny Bigfoot. In 2007, hunter Rick Jacobs set up a trail camera against a tree in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. Yet when he examined the footage, it wasn't the typical creatures of the forest that caught his attention. Instead, there was a spooky snap of a bizarre gorilla-esque beast that wandered across the frame. The Bigfoot Research Organization, to whom Jacobs sent the image, claimed it looked like a juvenile Sasquatch.
Have you seen a bear with mange?
No.
Like fully fucking
No.
terrifying. It looks proper freaky.
Because that is. You saw the first picture of it. It's just a bear cub. Like, that's 100% a bear cub.
Yeah. Right.
That it's weird that on a trail cam it's just pictures, but I know we've talked about that before. Sometimes it's pictures, sometimes it's footage. Could just be low light footage with a bit of not interference, bit of artifacting and stuff that can cause that. And or it could just be a bear cub with mange. Like, it looked like a bear cub because that's literally what I said, a little bear cub when I first saw it. I've never seen that before.
Because it looks slightly strange because it's. I don't know whether it's just because it's thinner than usual, because of like the limbs look quite slim on it. So whether it is just a juvenile or something.
Could just be stretching or anything. You really don't know, but something tells me that wasn't a juvenile Sasquatch. I like the fact that juvenile Sasquatch came to people's minds before bear with mange.
Yeah.
Skunk ape. In 2013, a man named Josh Highcliffe was hunting in the swamps near Tunica, Mississippi. As he waited until it got darker while dressed in camouflage, he heard a noise and went to investigate, hoping it was the hogs he was after. Instead, Highcliffe spotted a black furry creature crouched near a tree.
Why couldn't he just wait a second or two more before sprinting out of there?
Yeah, it's not like it even saw him, it just stood up.
Yeah, it just stood up. And instinct would tell me, don't move.
Yeah, be quiet.
Yeah, it doesn't know I'm here. He's stood up, he's just dotting about. I'm going to just sit here and hope. I mean, I don't know, maybe I would panic and run, but I think, knowing me, I would panic and run the second I saw it, let alone wait for it to get up and then run.
With new filming technology, we're now getting fresh footage. This time, we have a drone to thank for a clip that took the internet by storm in 2022.
It would have heard the drone. You'd have think it would have looked up and been like, what's that?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have just be like carried on cruising along. Like drones are quite loud.
Oh yeah. It's like that, I want to say Harry and the Hendersons, whatever it's called. He's like looking like that geezer over there with his brown phone.
He sent a drone up to investigate, and shortly into the flight, instead of spotting a cute bear family, Ken captured what appears to be a bipedal beast strolling through the trees without a worry in the world. TikTok accounts and other social media users believe this to be the real deal and proof of Bigfoot.
What the world?
However, it's not. It was reported to be a joke by Ken's Carpentry, who had previously released a video of someone in a Bigfoot costume helping build a cabin.
That's one thing as well. I know that was obviously like just a joke, but the thing is like no one ever questions if they are just walking about. Why? Where are they going to? What's the purpose of them wandering about? Because you see groups of people, tribal people. I always bring it back to that because it's the closest film like we can really relate it to. Because I don't know, it just seems like it works. And they're either sitting in groups together, like eating what they have, talking with everyone, or doing whatever, socialising, or they're out hunting. They're never just having a little wander, having a little thing, having a stroll. There's purpose to everything they do. Same with any animal, there's always purpose. We seem to be the only fuckers that do things aimlessly. So the fact that you just constantly see them walking about, it's almost like we're fascinated by them because they're so close to humans, yet we put so many human behaviours onto them that if they were still a wild creature, or even not necessarily a wild creature, if it has some sentience to it or whatever, or some civilization to it, they're not just going to be wandering about. If they know how to keep away from people, it just wouldn't happen. If they don't want to be found, they're not going to be found. And if there's a risk of them being caught, surely there's an extreme reason for them going out to find and do whatever they have to do.
Probably being like a creature of the woods or whatever, it would probably be pretty good with its hearing. So
exactly.
It would be aware all the time of anything going on around it.
You'd imagine its low level vision, its low light vision would be good, its hearing would be good, its sense of smell probably reasonable, I would imagine. But I don't know. Think about if you're in the forest, even in night or day, you can hear, you're aware of a lot of things because you're worried about being out there.
Yeah.
I suppose if you existed out there all the time, your awareness of what sounds make sense in that environment would make you less alert to things, but a clumsy human wandering about, or any number of things that we do, would make a lot of sense. And why is it it's always weird obscure channels that are hunting for these and never find it? There's no bushcraft channels that just come out with I found Bigfoot, people who spend their time out in the woods. It just doesn't happen. I'm not saying that isn't true, but all of the people that try to find them, there is always some other game to what they do.
Yeah, I've seen a few kind of outdoor channels where they've kind of thought they've stumbled across one of those stuff and that, but they're not actively out there looking for it, so to speak.
In 2012, Craig Solk had set up a trail camera on his property in Menominee, Michigan, to help monitor quarry. However, as he examined the footage, one particular shot among the deer called for a closer look. In one frame, a bizarre primate-like figure can be spotted obscured by trees.
Stalking prey, fully upright, 7 foot tall.
One thing I'd be interested in as well is what's the frequency that it takes photos? Is it not seeing it coming in to where it is there?
Yeah.
Is it because it's 1 minute it's not there, then it's there.
How's it getting to and from? I don't know.
I like that one. It looks like a geezer wearing a lumberjack shirt and blue jeans.
In 2001, Christian youth group leader Jim Mills took the kids on a backpacking trip in the Marble Mountains of Northern California. Bizarrely, they came across a shelter made of vegetation. Nearby branches were snapped and claw marks were spotted on trees. But it got weirder as something on the mountain caught their attention. As the camera zooms in, a very tall figure can be seen walking down a ridge, apparently getting more and more agitated as it makes its way closer.
It's kind of looking at us.
I don't see it.
Moving now.
Trees.
Immediately, the kids and Mills believe it's Bigfoot due to its longer than average arms.
If that is someone's shelter, right, and it's their permanent shelter, or like people get protective of their shelters and their stuff, that could just be a guy who's like, "That's mine! Fuck off!"
They're definitely not going to shoot him.
That's all right then.
Bigfoots. During the 80s, Paul Freeman was working for the U.S. Forest Service when he claimed he came across an 8-foot-tall Bigfoot. He even took plaster casts of its footprint, which experts apparently deemed were likely from an unknown species.
4 little tracks here.
From that day onward, Freeman vowed to get indisputable proof of the creature's existence. In the early 90s, while filming in the woods near the Blue Mountains in Washington, he found more unusual footprints to make casts from. As Freeman walked further into the brush, however, he seemingly spotted a sasquatch in the distance,
People like just
entirely
walking around with a
unconcerned
camera
about
zoom
Freeman's
right out,
presence.
so it's like-
Oh, there he goes.
A few moments later, he erupts saying there are actually 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, I guess.
What became known as the Freeman footage, this recording was praised by many as definitive proof.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe.
That's definitely definitive proof.
I like the way he goes, "There he is!" Like he knows who he's trying to find, and he sees him, and he's like, "I found him!"
I do have one bonus clip
Woo.
that I have found separately. It's one that I've seen, and I've watched it a few times. I find it rather intriguing. It's only a short clip. There was like some crime scene. I can't remember what happened there. So I don't know. But the main thing is look at the size of the trees it's moving and listen to how loud they are. You can tell they're big trees. And look how it lifts the one towards the end as well. You can tell that's not a small tree by any means.
I want it to be true so bad, but I'm like, I struggle to look at that and go, it's definite. It is interesting though. I think there is more to it, but I just think if we've been evaded by a group of creatures for so long, we're not just going to see them stumbling about, just having a wander through a forest. I just want more compelling evidence, but then I'm so leaned towards how easy it would be to fake things, and now as well, with AI and generative like video, the hope of ever actually finding something like this and being able to say this is real or this is not, it's gone. Like this is such an interesting point in time where this sort of going out into the woods and finding anything, there is no way we can prove what is real or what's not anymore, which opens up an interesting conversation. Is AI development great because all of those people going out and finding footage and proof of things that we're not supposed to know, it's gone now. You can never prove that it's real anymore.
You and me could go out and film a Bigfoot and be legit and put it online and
And
people be like, what a load of shit.
Yeah, it's AI. You faked it. But that is a point. If alien footage comes out, and notice that all of the supposed footage of alien stuff kicking off and various other things throughout the years, it's now that AI just seemingly overnight came out available to the public. And I know they would have trained it, we're training off a bit here, right? But I've got a point to this. So AI has been trained for years behind closed doors. All of a sudden, a lot of alien stuff starts coming out, a lot of compelling evidence for things we shouldn't really know about. And then out of nowhere, AI just becomes available to the public. The largest open testing pool ever, it's just given to us. And now generative AI is so immaculate, you'd never be able to tell. So that puts an end to any, I found footage of this creature in the woods, or this alien, or this insert cryptid or spirit here. It's gone now. You'd never be able to prove that it's real or genuine anymore because AI is so advanced. You couldn't. So I think that's it's going to make what we do a bit more interesting because how do we do it?
Yeah,
We'll never use AI.
No, we can say that it's legit, but then people will just be like, yeah,
Well,
right.
yeah. I mean, I make it a point to not use AI because I'm doing this first and foremost for curiosity. Like this stuff is obviously for entertainment, but investigation, no AI to be used. But yeah, it's going to make the future of the paranormal world interesting because that vital piece of I went out and found this, it's gone now, it doesn't exist, and that's such a huge part of the paranormal. It could completely get rid of this entire world of going out and exploring because everything can be faked so convincingly.
I think people still will watch it though because they're just intrigued by it. They want to see
Oh
stuff.
yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, like you say, it's like anything can be fake now. So there's no way of really. Well, I don't know. There could possibly be ways if you had multiple equipment. You know,
You just got to go out and you've got to trust the people you're watching, I suppose. And you can never really know financial incentive and all that. But then now's the perfect way to invalidate people. That's the thing, isn't it? And it's the stereotypical thing where if you don't want someone to believe something, make the proponents of that belief look crazy and then invalidate their way of proving themselves. And that's basically gone from everyone who is in this realm now.
So what are your thoughts on that, guys? What do you think about the whole Bigfoot thing? What do you think about AI technology nowadays?
Here we go.
Yeah, well,
Here's the can of worms. There you go. It's no, it's interesting. It'd be cool to see what happens from here. We'll never use AI in videos. That's that. I mean, I edit them, so I wouldn't be doing that. The only thing I'd use it in is thumbnails, if anything. But I'm excited to see where it goes and what happens from it. Because we're entering a new world now, and we don't even understand the old one yet. Yeah. So caught up on wanting that last one to be true. I'm all over the place. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below on what you think of Bigfoot and other cryptids, and if you have any more cryptids that you want us to react to, perhaps some exact clips that you want us to take a look at, you can leave them in links down below and we'll check them out for you. If you want to check out any of our other playlists, I'll stick an iCard in the top corner. We have an investigations playlist where we go and search for the paranormal ourselves. We have a shorts playlist, which are some short sections of some of our most compelling moments and funny moments as well, so you can take a look at that if you want to as well. For quick and easy viewing, we have our case files, which take a look at cryptids and paranormal incidents with more depth, with a bit more history and production value. And of course we have our react playlist, which is more of what we've done just now. We've reacted to most haunted, best moments and some of our favourite moments from that. We've reacted to other paranormal clips, some that we found incredibly funny, some that we have a pretty good conversation about, and some of our best moments as well. So if you want to take a look at those, feel free to hit the iCard. And with all that said, we hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and peace!